Page 122. This is a lesson on scales, parallel major minor scales. Let's just cover it because it can be confusing. We got scales going all over everywhere, and it just kind of helps if we can understand them a little bit. You already know, if you've been doing the lessons, that there are three different kinds of minor scales: a natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. Keep that in mind. Just set it aside for a moment, because in addition to that, we have relative minor and parallel minor. And each of those, relative and parallel, have all three of those other kinds of scales. Okay. A relative minor, remember, is a minor that's related to its major according to key signature. They have the same key signature. So C major has no sharps or flats. Well, A minor has no sharps or flats. So they are related. They're relative. They have the same key signature. Parallel minor is where the minor scale starts on the same note as the major. The key signature is different, of course, has to be. And I haven't found a lot of use for these, but you can knock yourself out with them if you want to. In my mind, if you can understand the relative minors and you know the scales, you don't worry about parallel, because if I have a C major scale or a C minor scale, if I can do the scales, I know the key signature. I know what it is. The fact they both start on C is nice, but it doesn't really help me much. So, page 122, let's just cover this. They have in the middle of the page D major. D major has two sharps here. Well, if I do a D minor scale, D minor has one flat. D minor is the relative minor to F major, and F major has one flat. So we have two sharps here, and one sharp or one flat here. Confusing? Well, stick around. We're good. Okay. Toward the bottom of the page, the C major scale, which hopefully you can do this by now. C major. Well, you know the relative minor is A minor, and hopefully you can do that scale too. But the parallel minor to C major is C minor. It's got the same name. It starts on the same note. And C minor is relative to E flat major, which I don't think we've had yet. Anyway, it has three flats. And the harmonic minor, we use the B natural. So I'm a little concerned that they're showing you C harmonic minor scale already. I would prefer you learn the major scale, which would be E flat major. Learn that one. And go ahead and do the C minor scale. I got videos on all that junk. You go watch that stuff. But I would not go from C major to C minor, because that just throws everything wacko. But if you can stick with the parallel, if you can stick with the relative, at least it's the same key signature. But they're showing the C harmonic. It's harmonic means you raise the seventh step, remember? So C minor, natural minor, would use B flats because there's three flats in it. That is the natural minor for C minor. But the harmonic minor, we raise the seventh step, which in this case is a B. And the melodic minor, if you care of, raise the sixth and seventh steps going up and use the natural minor coming down. See, I raised this, because normally it would be this, but I raised them both. And then the natural minor would be putting the flats in, because they're in the key signature. If you have questions, you're welcome to ask. I don't know how important it is at this stage of the game that you know C harmonic minor scale. But if you want to take the time to learn it, go ahead. But if you're going to take the time to learn it, then by all means also do the E flat major scale here, because it's got three flats in it too. Just do them both. You can let me know if you have any questions.